What is going on, guys? Hail to the Hogs here, back again with another video. As we all know it, as of last night, the Redskins selected Payne with the 13th overall pick in the draft. I did a first round files on him. I love him as a player. I think he's a very talented defensive lineman. But that being said, I have some points to bring up about this pick. So my first concern is there was just a lot of talent slipping that I would have preferred. I would have preferred Tremaine Edmonds over Payne. I think he's a more superior talent. And Derwin James, I'm not sure about. It was odd to me why he slipped so far and why Tampa passed on him at 12. Just due to there being a lot of interest in him at 7 from what I had been hearing. So that was kind of surprising. I said it in a couple of my previous videos. I think that Payne is better than Vea. I think that he has more physical talent and skill as opposed to Vea just having more raw size and strength. But that being said, I think that the best scenario would have probably been to trade down. And let me talk about that. So the Saints traded up after our pick. For all of you guys who I guess weren't watching, if any of you guys weren't watching too closely, I'll just go over it again. The Saints traded up to 14 from 20. Where were they at? They were at 27. And so they gave the Packers an extra first-round pick next year to trade up, and they traded up for Marcus Davenport. Everyone thought it could have been Lamar Jackson, but they traded up for a defensive end and gave away a first next year. So I'm wondering if that offer was made to us and we did not accept it, because then I would have a lot more issues with this pick. It seems almost like a scenario where our front office is trying to just save their butts, like just trying to keep everybody happy, make safe picks, but I guess a good way to put it was Burgundy Blog on Twitter. If you guys don't follow him on Twitter, you definitely should. He makes great, or not makes great content, but great insider info, always, putting out news really quickly and great opinions. And so he's definitely a good page to follow. But he was talking about, it seemed like they were hitting for contact, but not power. And that makes a lot of sense to me. It did just seem like a safe pick, and it seemed like a scenario where we ideally could have traded down and still gotten a very talented player wherever we traded down. Even if it was to 27, we could have even taken... Where did Taven Bryan go? He went to Jacksonville. Yeah. So even if... we could have traded down and got a guy like Taven Bryan, and I've said it a million times, I don't think the talent cutoff for all of these defensive linemen. I think there's plenty of talented defensive linemen in this draft, and Payne and Vea aren't really there's more, there's Mo Hurst, but Payne and Vea are the ones main people talk about. I don't think that there's much separation between Payne, Vea, and a lot of these other guys, and that's my only concern. I just wish we could have traded down and maybe got a first next year, or even just recuperated a third, the one that we lost in the Alex Smith trade. We got our guy. I mean, he'll definitely come in and start immediately. He'll be a force to be reckoned with that defensive line. We've got Anthony Lanier, Matt Ioannidis, Jonathan Allen, and Daron Payne, with a whole lot of talented edge rushers and a decent linebacking core. So I'm really liking the way things are looking. Ideal second-round picks, we can talk about those as well in this one, just because it's kind of a shorter one. The way it's looking, I would love Josh Jackson in the later rounds. I believe Isaiah Oliver is still available as well, and on my big boards I had him as, if not the best corner in the draft, top 3. I think he's very, very underrated, and I think he's a sleeper in this draft. So I would love to pick up Isaiah Oliver in the second, or a Josh Jackson. And I can't say I would be mad if we got Darius Geis in the second after all this talk of him being either our pick at 13 or a trade down scenario in the first round. So I think things are looking okay. I'm very excited to see how these later rounds go, but I can't say I'm mad, but I'm definitely not. I'm definitely not as ecstatic as I could be in different scenarios, hypothetically. But I can't say I'm mad. Payne, great player, and excited to welcome him to the team for years to come, hopefully. So let me know what you guys think of the pick. I know a lot of you guys wanted Vea, and we're probably shocked to see him go right before our pick. That was really surprising to me. So yeah, make sure to subscribe as always. I'll be pumping these out all weekend. Reactions to every single player we draft. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Happy draft weekend, guys.